Goodlatte light a fire under Sessions, force him to make one huge promise, by Dan Lindsay, Politics US News for MadWorldNews.com. Trey Gowdy and Bob Goodlatte lit a fire under our do-nothing Attorney General Jeff Sessions with a demand that he appoint a second special counsel to investigate the FISA abuse scandal. Now Sessions has been forced to make a huge promise that he can't break. The wheels of justice may finally be turning after the House Oversight Committee Chairman Trey Gowdy and the House Judiciary Committee Chairman Bob Goodlatte sent a blistering demand to Attorney General Jeff Sessions earlier this week, urging him to appoint a special counsel, a second special counsel. In response to Gowdy, Goodlatte, and many other GOP representatives, Sessions has finally budged from his safe space and made a promise that he can't fail to deliver on. During an interview with Fox anchor Shannon Bream on Wednesday, March 7, 2018, Sessions finally committed to having someone outside Washington look at all the damning evidence provided to the DOJ by the congressional committees, and said he will consider appointing a second special counsel, the Daily Caller reports. Well, I have great respect for Mr. Gowdy and Chairman Goodlatte, and we're going to consider seriously. Yeah, right, Sessions. Let's take a listen to Sessions here. It's about a 5-minute clip, so, instead of me repeating what he said, might as well get it from the horse's mouth.
House Judiciary Committee Chairman Bob Goodlatte and House Oversight Committee Chairman Trey Gowdy both penning a letter to the Attorney General asking for a second special counsel, citing as part of that these so-called FISA abuses. So I asked the Attorney General what he thinks of their request.
Well, I have great respect for Mr. Gowdy and Chairman Goodlatte, and we're going to consider seriously their recommendations. I have appointed a person outside of Washington, many years in the Department of Justice, to look at all the allegations that the House Judiciary Committee members sent to us, and we're conducting that investigation. Also am well aware that we have a responsibility to ensure the integrity of the FISA process. We're not afraid to look at that. The Inspector General, some think that our Inspector General is not very strong, but he has almost 500 employees, most of which are lawyers and prosecutors, and they're looking at the FISA process. We must make sure it's done properly, and we're going to do that, and I'll consider their request.
I know that a couple of things the chairman outlined, that they were worried that the Inspector General wouldn't have the same kind of access or subpoena powers to certain people who may not be under the reach of the DOJ as employees. What do you say to that concern? That's a concern that I think is worthy of consideration, and we will consider that, and are considering it, actually. Okay, so the FISA applications that we've heard so much about in the news, there have been requests directly to the FISA court to be able to see some of that material. It's been referred back to the DOJ. Would you all release those applications so that people can see what was in them? I am determined to release everything that's properly releasable. It does tend to be that the more you put these documents out, many of which are very sensitive, the more they leak. So we have to be careful about that. We also have to follow the rules of the department and legal requirements. So for example, the text messages that caused quite a stir, those were produced at our effort to make sure we produce everything possible. The Inspector General actually found those first, and then we made that public and determined we could make it public. Some objected to it. So you're raising a good point. We need to get as much public out to the public as possible and do it in a way that breeds confidence. And if there are errors within the department, we need to fix them. So we've got a new FBI director. President Trump appointed him. He's a talented person. He's got a new deputy replacing the previous deputy. We've got a new chief of staff in the FBI, a new communications director, a new chief counsel. So we've got a fresh start at the FBI. And these are people of integrity and ability. So I want the American people to know that things are being done, and we'll have the kind of department that everybody can respect. That is a determination of mine,
But we got to do it in a proper way.
And as to these decisions that you're making, a very famous tweet the president sent out last week saying, "Why is AG Jeff Sessions asking the Inspector General to investigate potentially massive FISA abuse? Will take forever, has no prosecutorial power, and already late with reports on Comey, etc. Isn't the IG an Obama guy?" he questions. "Why not use Justice Department lawyers?" All caps, disgraceful. You followed up with a statement that said, "As long as I'm the Attorney General, I will continue to discharge my duties with integrity and honor." You talked about the work that's been done and what you have launched and feeling it's the appropriate process. Then you went out to dinner with the Deputy Attorney General, Rod Rosenstein, and the Solicitor General. And I'm not sure how that went over at the White House. What's the status of things?
Well, he's my deputy, and Noel is a great Solicitor General and a lot of fun, so we had an opportunity to dine together. But look, the President is the President of the United States. He has a right to criticize and make suggestions to the Department of Justice. We take that with great respect. What I said in that statement also was, we are determined to make sure the American people have confidence in the FISA process. That was part of my statement too. And I say that as long as I'm Attorney General, we're going to make sure we do those things with integrity and justice as the American people want.
The President has said, just within the last couple of days, he likes some chaos. He likes some conflict. He thinks it makes him better, his decisions better, and then he likes to mix it up. And a lot of people say, well, this style is working. He is actually ticking things off of his agenda and getting things accomplished. What do you make of his management style?
I think President Trump moves the ball. He can get things done that I'm not sure any other person in America could get done. He is bold. He's not worried about what people say. I believe in the policies that he's advancing. That's why I supported him so early for president. He was saying the things that I thought Americans had a right to hear. He was promising to act on those things and get things done, and he does not like things not getting done. He keeps pushing every day. It's a remarkable strength that he has, and I think it's good for America.
Well, Attorney General Jeff Sessions' admission that an outside person has been appointed to examine the FISA abuse evidence and promised to consider hiring a special counsel is a welcome development. While we appreciate the hard work of our GOP congressman in lighting a fire under Sessions' backside, it's important to remember a few things. The tremendous amount of evidence gathered by the House committees was obtained for only one reason: the Department of Justice has lousy leadership and would not do its job. Looking back at this mess in its entirety reminds us that President Donald Trump was right about being spied on by former President Barack Hussein Obama and his corrupt team of deep state operatives. American patriots simply want Attorney General Sessions to do the right thing with the authority bestowed on him by President Trump. It's crucial to remember that the kind of power Sessions has can be used for evil or for good, and there are far more evil men who would use it for political gain than for the benefit of our country. While some men can't be relied upon to act with integrity of their own will, they can certainly be corrected by better men with a stronger sense of honor. Yeah, because I still find Sessions is dragging his feet again. You know, I'm not buying it, hand over fist. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.